Hello, and welcome to the Desert News at 6 o'clock. I'm Christopher Morgan. Here with me is co-anchor David Coleman.
Today's top story, the desert. What is it? Here with us is desertologist Chad McKay.
Thank you, David. And here we are with desertologist Chad McKay. So, tell us a little bit about the desert and what it's like.
Well, the desert is it can be hilly. It can be a hilly terrain. It can be smooth. It's just there's lots to the desert, and especially during the day, temperatures can reach up to 115 degrees. But at night, it can reach to 32 degrees. So it has a very diverse temperature.
I understand it's very hot in the desert in the daytime.
Yes, it is. It's very difficult to be able to enjoy the desert during the day because of the extremely hot temperatures.
What are some precautions one can take to keep out of the hot, dry sun?
Well, obviously shelter, but if you have to go out in the hot sun, you need to have maybe a canteen of water beside you and wear maybe some shorts and a tank top. But you have to be careful because you can get sunburnt, so use appropriate suntan lotion too.
And how about the nighttime in the desert? How is that, compare and contrast between daytime and nighttime in the desert?
Well, nighttime, it gets extremely cold. There is a major temperature difference of over 50 degrees. So if you plan on going outside at night, you may want to bundle up or sit around a fire. So you have to be very careful at night too, because you don't want to get hypothermia or any conditions like that.
So you have to be prepared for cold weather and hot weather when you visit the desert.
Yes, you have to be prepared for both. So if you plan on traveling to the desert, just be prepared for the different temperature ranges.
And how much of the earth is covered by desert?
About 1/5 of it is covered in deserts.
So that's a pretty good amount.
Yes.
And how much sand is actually covering the deserts?
Surprisingly, only 20%. You think that the whole desert is sand, but actually it's only just 20% that covers it.
So, speaking from the wildlife perspective, what would you not find in the desert?
Well, you definitely wouldn't find this. This is a pooch. You're definitely not going to find that. You may find it in my backyard.
And you're not going to find this little fella in the desert.
No, definitely not.
I don't want you hurting him.
And you're not going to find crocodiles and definitely not fish, Definitely not fish,
So pertaining to the wildlife that you would find in the desert, what are we looking at here? What can we find?
Well, you can find antelopes, coyotes, scorpions, and rattlesnakes.
And I understand Auburn University took a major trip to one of these deserts to find out more about the desert.
Yes, they did. Our young scientist was very interested in going down there, so Auburn University made a way for us to go down there, and it gave them a great chance to explore the wildlife and just observe many things.
And I understand that you took many photos and collected lots of data in the desert.
Yes, we actually have it on our website, auburnuniversity.com/desertology.
And those links can also be found on desertnews.com and biomes.com. And so, how many biologists are actually upcoming in the world? I mean, is that a big profession?
Yes, actually, surprisingly, from Auburn University, there's a great deal of biologists coming up. So we try to do all we can to let them explore new regions and stuff, especially the desert. They took a major interest in that because you don't see a whole lot about the desert. So it was a great time for them to learn a lot about something different.
And is there any more comments about the desert you have?
If you can, just try to make a trip to go out there. It's an amazing experience, and it's just something different for you to do, to learn about. So, and remember the safety precautions too about the desert.
And is that all?
I believe that's it.
Well, thanks for having you. This is desertologist Chad McKay, and I am anchor Christopher Morgan.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me on here.
All right.
As seen on TV, keep out of reach of children. It's totally awesome. It can fix anything, clean anything, do anything. It's like a genie in a bottle that you spray. I kid you not. It's so awesome that it's only in half a bottle. That's how awesome it is. Check out these awesome people that have found uses for their totally awesome.
Pet stains on the carpet? Totally awesome! Wanna crush Pepsi cans? Not by yourself, you don't. Totally awesome! Flashlight won't work?
Now it does. Totally awesome. Tired of your crappy Xbox 360? Shazam! A handful of nails.
Thank you, Totally Awesome.
Unsuspecting co-anchor trying to steal your totally awesome.
You mean totally awesome?
No way! Totally awesome even takes down the toughest criminals. He's learning the hard way that crime doesn't spray.
Thank you, Totally Awesome.
You're welcome. Is that awesome enough for you? Get your Totally Awesome today, your nearest retailer. Totally Awesome is not responsible for injuries or turkey scratches.
Welcome back to Desert News at 7 o'clock. I'm Christopher Morgan.
And I'm David Coleman. It's time for the weather.
Hi, I'm Anthony Kelly with the local weather. Guess what, folks? It's hot out there because it's the desert. And the desert has moisture deficiency, which means it loses more water than it gains. So, there's nothing really else to explain. So, back to you, Dave.